Hey everybody, it's Jeremy from Lightstone Wealth Planning Solutions. I am the CEO and co-founder here at Lightstone. Today I wanted to talk just briefly about business succession and business successors. So it's kind of an interesting conversation when we think about where a business eventually will go. And if you're a business owner, you have to think through the fact that someone is eventually going to own your business. Someone else will be the successor. Someone else will have that business ownership. It doesn't stay forever with the person after they pass on. And at some point you may want to step away. So there's interesting and very important things to think about with your largest asset, which is how can I exit my business in the right way at the right time and in a way that accomplishes my other goals and objectives. One of the first things to think through with this is the who. I like to think of business succession in terms of the who gets it and the how. The who and the how, right? But today let's talk about the who. So who are the potential successors to your business? Well, there are multiple people who could end up being potential viable successors. A lot of times I like to think of this in terms of family, internals, externals, and liquidation. What do I mean by that? Those four categories kind of capture a lot of the who involved in business succession and business exit. So family could be, your spouse, could be your child or your grandchildren even down the road. It could be multiple children. If you have multiple kids interested in being involved in the business and you have multiple children, there's actually some really interesting issues that arise if you have one child who does and one who does not want to be involved in the business. That can create all sorts of different conflict and situations that need to be resolved. But it's important to think through if you want the business to go to your family or maybe even extended family members, siblings, cousins, etc. So that's the first part, okay? Family, your business could go to a family member. Let's talk about internal. So internal, there could be people inside the business that could be viable and good successors. This might include people like business partners that you already have, and maybe you already have an agreement that has provisions for what happens if you pass away or retire or decide to sell or exit. Those types of provisions might be embedded in an operating agreement, or they might be part of a shareholder agreement, depending on how your firm is set up, your company is set up. But those are internal potential successors. There are others too. In some cases, employees and managers and those who maybe even are kind of in executive roles within your business could be great potential successors, at least in part, if not in whole, as the potential owners of the business in the future. Another thing to think about, that's the internal group. So we talked about family and internal. Let's talk about external potential business targets. This could include individuals like competitors. Maybe they want to expand their footprint in a geographic area. Could be strategic buyers, people who don't have the expertise that you do, but want to add your services to their existing business or skill set. This could also be private equity, a firm that's investing in your business on the behalf of the fund investors in their pooled fund. So if it's private equity, they're seeing your business as an investment opportunity. They probably think there's an opportunity to increase the value of your business over time through some different operational changes, maybe making some financial changes or structural changes to how the business operates or markets. And so that would be an interesting potential opportunity. They usually come with a lot of cash, and they can be, you may be part of that exit process. If they are purchasing the business, it may be that you need to stick around for a while to kind of help as part of the transition in selling that business off. So another external potential candidate, I guess you could think of for business succession, could include also brokered sales. So this might be someone you don't even know, but you use a business broker who has connections with kind of a marketplace of potential business buyers and sellers. And they could help you connect with people who might be interested in running your business or stepping into your shoes as the new owner. Okay, another place that would be an interesting thing to think about is liquidation. Now, this isn't a target successor to the business. This is what happens if you don't have a target successor to the business. And some businesses, frankly, are not sellable or are not sellable easily. And so it may be that you would be turning to selling assets and wrapping up your business, maybe selling accounts, maybe selling equipment, maybe selling buildings, physical assets or intellectual property. If you have processes or things, maybe there's some goodwill in your business in the name brand that people could buy into and actually take the business over. But in some cases, you're just legitimately liquidating the business. And so there's a different analysis that goes into play there with exiting the business and making sure that you have enough cash on hand. Now, all of these have very different and nuanced strategies. This is the who of business succession. At a future time point, we'll do a video talking about the broad categories of the how. And then strategies, boy, there's dozens. I mean, there are lots and lots of different ways to actually structure the exit from your business depending on who you're planning to transition it to and how you'd like to see that take place. So until a future video where we dive a little bit more into those topics, I hope this has been helpful. Like and subscribe to the video, subscribe to our channel, like the video, that helps us out a lot. And share this with anybody who you think might benefit from thinking through the ramifications of the business they own and the future need to plan well in advance of any exit event including folding in business. If their game plan is to hang on to the business forever, maybe they're not thinking of exiting, but the strategy is I want to hang on to it forever. Okay, that's a family transition event. Who's going to inherit it later on? And probably you're going to reach a point in time where someone else needs to run it when you get into the older years of your life, when it may be a little bit harder to go in every day and be in the operational chair. So there's things to think through, lots of strategy. This is what we do at Lightstone. Feel free to reach out and give us a call or share this with someone who you think might benefit from it.